Like, my inside voice has been kind of quiet lately. Not a lot of instructions forthcoming, you know?
Coffee and all that jazz.
Are you going to ask you any questions or?
No, I can.
Just telling your story. Yeah.
I'm a talker.
Yeah.
So my name is Tracy, and this is my story. 4 years ago, I had an accident at work that completely changed my life. Up until that point, I was very self-reliant. I was out there, I had friends that I would go partying with, I would do all the normal things that everybody takes for granted. And then I popped the disc fragmented, and then a piece of the disc got stuck in the nerve, and that's after leaving me now with permanent nerve damage in both legs. Because of that, I'm in constant pain. And like with any invisible illness, a lot of people don't believe you. They don't believe the levels of pain that you're in. People don't understand that you have to take 30 tablets a day just to get out of bed. And that's not just physically, but it's also mentally. As the 4 years progressed, my depression hit, and it hit hard. It hit so hard that I was suicidal. At one point, I was very close to it. And my brother saved me without him even knowing. I was ready to take a handful of pills that I had taken out of my own medicine box, and all of a sudden I got this call, and my brother doesn't normally call me, so I thought there was something wrong, and I picked it up, and it turned out that my niece wanted to speak to me. And from that moment on, I realised that there was no way I could do this. I had so many people in my life that I wanted to be part of, and as hard as this depression is, and as hard as this pain is, they are what keep me going. I had to wait and have a spinal cord stimulator implanted. The implant was supposed to give me 20% pain reduction. That would have changed my life. Unfortunately, that's failing. And I'm now in a situation where I have to think that at 35, the rest of my life is going to be in chronic pain. And because of that, it makes you even more depressed. The more depression that hits you, the harder the pain comes. It's a clinical fact that people with depression have more pain because they feel it more deeply. On an emotional level, it's extremely difficult day to day. You don't know how you're going to feel 1 minute to the next, and that's both physically and emotionally. You know, I go to bed not knowing if I'll be able to get up the next morning to wash myself, put my clothes on. At 35, having your mum to help you put your socks on or to have to wash you is not the best experience of your life. You know, sitting down thinking that, you know, there's nothing left for me here because all the plans that I had for my life is gone. I had all these amazing things that I thought I was going to do. I was going to move to America where my brother lives. I was going to be the best body therapist in the world. And now, 4 years down the line, my life is different. It took a lot of time to think about that grief, because it is, you're grieving for a life lost. You're grieving for the person you used to be, for the person you are now, and how different that is. You see people leave because they're not able to deal with you when you're not strong and reliable, when you're not the one that looks after everything, when you're not the one that can carry everybody else's pain. And then you realise that the people you do need are the ones who stay. They're the ones who stick around. They're the ones who want to talk. And then talking about it makes a difference. We live in a world where people don't want to discuss mental illness. People don't want to talk about depression. People don't want to talk about everybody living with suicidal thoughts. You know, people assume when you're suicidal that you're just going to do something, where it's completely different than that. The actual action is a short, 1 second decision. But when living with it is completely different. So every day I get up and I look at the photographs of my niece and 2 nephews. I look at the work that I'm doing now, working with people in a completely different area, you know, doing something that makes me happy. But it's still not enough. And that's the hardest part. But if we all just sat down and talked about it, if we made it normal, then life would be so much easier for everybody. And that's what this project is about. Project Sshhh is something that has opened a platform, and that's what we need to do. So thank you.
Like, my inside voice has been kind of quiet lately.